Let's just punch it now. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a 2021 Hyundai Sonata Limited. With all that being said, let's just get straight into the video. So under the hood, we have a turbocharged 1.6 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 27 around town and then 37 on the highway, with power outputs being 180 horsepower and then 195 pound-feet of torque. Let's go over the front end of the Sonata. First off, this color is called Stormy Sea, and all I have to say is it is beautiful. But anyways, something that I really like about the new Sonatas is actually the LED accent lighting. So notice that it starts over here and then how it goes all the way up here, but then it slowly fades to the chrome trim that goes all along the car. Definitely a cool aesthetic piece. And then you can see we've got these projector LEDs, super bright, parking sensors here along the front. And then I just like all of the accenting you get here with the front end. Now obviously a lot of it is closed off, but it looks really good aesthetically. And then you guys can see here with the front, you've got the sensor right there, you've got a camera just up above it, and then the Hyundai logo. And I think overall it's all integrated very nicely. And then you can see the front splitter just down below. All of it looks really good, and well, that's all. Coming to the side here, we've got two 35mm tires wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then as for the design on the wheels, I think they look so cool. It's like a bunch of blades all pointing towards the center, and you kind of have the Hyundai logo there in the very center that they're almost holding up in a sense. But then I like all of the black accent parts you can see, just really intricate design, looks really good for a stock wheel. And then also you have the venting there in the front, and it does go all the way through, which is pretty interesting. And then here is the mirror at the side. It actually has a camera poking out the bottom right there. And then we've got some chrome trim right here. And again, like I said, you've got the LED accent light that kind of goes into chrome and then goes all around the windows there to the rear. And wait for it, wait a little bit longer. That's all for the side. So here is the key fob with the Sonata, and we'll do the forward and backwards motion. Hopefully it'll work in the driveway. If it doesn't, then I guess we won't do it, but we'll try to get it to do that forward and backwards motion with the parking. The one thing I will say is you have to be very close to the car for it to work. So pretty much ideally you want to stand like pretty much like next to the car basically, and then it'll pretty much pick it up every single time. But also, well, it doesn't want to focus on the key fob anymore, but that's the key fob. Let's pop in the trunk. Well, now let's pop into the trunk area here with the Sonata, and well, you guys can see pretty big cargo area. It is a larger size sedan, I would say. So the cargo area is great, and then you notice that there's this tab right here. Pick that up, and then you've got the spare tire just underneath that comes with all that stuff. And well, don't want to spend too much time there, so see ya. Now finishing things up here in the very rear, I think this is pretty cool here at the top, and then you've got the gigantic light bar, Sonata logo just down below, more parking sensors, and then we've got the exhaust tips poking out that side right there. And well, yeah, that's pretty much everything for the back. Here's the door panel in the rear. There's some pretty cool stuff going on. So notice we have the trim right here that connects to the door handle. Pretty cool, just like what you get with the headlights. And then notice that we've got the leather here, and then just down below more leather and stitching. And then here are the seats, really nice. You've got the perforated leather there in the center, and we will pop in. And of course, since it is the weekend, we got these bad boys on. If you're wondering, about 6 foot, there's leg room, there's some vents, there's USB. Headroom is solid. Fit back here very comfortably, actually. And then there's the cup holders. Yeah, overall, I mean, there's like tons of space back here, so it's a great place to be. But let's head to the front. Now here's the door panel in the front. So again, it's got that same cool design there to the handle, and then all the soft touch window controls right there with the mirror adjustments, memory seats. This has a Bose sound system. Sound on it is really nice. It just has really nice, clear sound quality. The mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then here are the seats at the front. So again, you've got the leather with the perforated leather all down below with the adjustments there on the side of the seats. There's your pedal layout, and then you've got this for the stability control. That's for the trunk. You've got that for the brake, the lane departure. The steering wheel is manually adjustable. Hood latch release, and there's where we're looking before we pop in. So here is the steering wheel in the Sonata. We've got really nice leather all around the steering wheel, and then you've got the metallic trim there in the center portion. We've got the cruise control there with the lane keep assist, basically drives itself on the highway, really nice. And pro tip, by the way, if you kind of hold your finger right here, then you can actually trick the lane keep assist into thinking that like you're full on grabbing the steering wheel. Again, you didn't hear that from me, but just a pro tip. Anyways, nice paddles there on the back. You've got the phone controls over here with the voice command, volume controls, all that fun stuff. Got the light / turn signal stalk. You've got the windshield wiper stalk on the other side, and that's all for the steering wheel. So here is the center gauge cluster. Sorry about the glare, but you guys can see me in the background. Anyways, there's kind of like the little center screen right here that shows you different bits of information. You guys can see I'm averaging 27 miles per gallon, pretty much mostly city driving with a little bit of highway thrown in and a lot of lead footness thrown in. Now I've got some different drive modes. So at the very top there, we have the custom mode. And notice that we've got really cool animations for all of the different drive modes, like popping into them. Just, yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool what they've done there. Definitely wish more car manufacturers did something like this. But yeah, that's all for the drive modes and the center stack. So here's the infotainment system. First off, we're going to pop it into reverse. So notice we've got the backup camera with the trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, bird's eye view, and yeah, you've got tons of different camera views. Super easy from a parking perspective. And like I said, we'll do the key thing at the end, but also you can kind of park this from the outside in a way, which is pretty cool. As for the rest of the infotainment system, response time's great. It has Apple CarPlay, has Android Auto. I've just been using the Bluetooth because, well, I'm lazy and didn't want to bring a cord in. But anyways, yeah, really good infotainment system, really easy to use. I feel like the screen's nicely integrated here into the dash as well, and no complaints from me. Got some vents down here with the hazard lights, dual zone climate here. Notice I've got it in the automatic mode. And then we do have heated and ventilated seats and a heated steering wheel for the front. And then notice that we've got some USBs, 12 volt, all that. Wireless phone charger, which actually holds your phone into place very well, so that's a huge plus. Got the gear selection over here, so you park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Got the parking sensors here. This is for the camera, basically, to turn the viewer on or off, like when you go into drive, for example, and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, drive mode's right there, auto hold. And then you've got this for the parking assistance. So you can press this on, and then you can, well, it gives you directions right there. Leave the vehicle, and then it'll let you do that. So you can either do the remote start function, or you can do that, whichever you prefer. Couple cup holders, center console. Wait for it. Glove box with a bunch of window stickers in it. And then I like the metallic trim that goes here all along. I think it looks pretty good. And they have nice soft touch even on the dash. And then I guess we'll finish things up here at the top. Full panoramic sunroof. The controls for it are just right there. And regular mirror. That's all. Okay, well, let's just try the forward here. So we will hold this down. And bye-bye, Sonata. It is literally driving itself. And it's turning. Look at that. So I just learned something new today. I didn't know that. So it'll actually turn so it can kind of like avoid obstacles because there's a bunch of stuff in the driveway. That is a cool feature. So here is our window sticker on the Sonata. Feel free to freeze the frame so you can read all of the equipment, because guess what? Everything is standard except the floor mats. So you got to pay 155 bucks for these cloth floor mats, but everything else is standard equipment, which is pretty cool. Anyways, total MSRP, $34,980. Let's take this Limited out and see how it drives. So let's talk about visibility before we set off here in the Sonata. There's visibility over the hood and the heads-up display. Both of the mirrors, they do have blind spot. And then throughout the rest of the rear, let's set off. We're in sport mode with everything turned off because I thought that'd be fun. And next feature, this has the turn signal cameras, which is a pretty cool feature right there. And then you guys can see we've got that front camera and everything. So like, just the safety tech you get with this car is just absolutely amazing. Let's just punch it now. So you guys can see that 1.6 liter actually does a pretty good job from an acceleration standpoint. It said keep my hands on the steering wheel. Well, buddy, they're on the steering wheel. Let's go in the manual mode and see how these gear shifts are. Oh, it doesn't let me go into second. That's weird. I mean, there's plenty of RPMs, but it doesn't want to downshift in the second. That's pretty interesting. I'll go back into automatic mode from that. So pretty interesting with that. I mean, the gear shifts are very smooth, very quick, but I wonder why they limit you so much. I think that that's kind of, I guess, interesting. You guys can hear the lane departure going like crazy. I'm actually going to turn that off so that we stop getting that. Now, let's see if I can show you guys the fun part of this car coming around this corner here. Yeah, you hear a little bit of squeak, but yeah, I mean, it actually gets pretty good grip. Obviously, it's front wheel drive, but the driving dynamics of this are actually relatively exciting. I was very surprised with that. Again, when you hear Hyundai Sonata, you don't think fun, you think boring commuter car, frankly. That's kind of what I think, at least. But then hopping into this and driving this for a week, it actually has pretty good body control. The ride quality is very smooth, but it's actually relatively fun. The steering's super direct, really quick, and overall it actually just has a pretty fun driving experience, which again is surprising because it's a Sonata. Now, aside from that, seats are really comfortable, and with all the safety tech and everything, this is a great road trip vehicle because you just turn on the steering assistance, you turn on the adaptive cruise control, pretty much drives for you. And then, you know, if you're on something like this, which is a little bit more of a twisty road, then you can actually have some fun with the car because it's relatively quick. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna be wondering about this compared to the N-Line. Here's what I have to say. Off the line, this is a lot better than the N-Line because the N-Line has so much power and it's still front wheel drive that you just roast the front tires. You absolutely roast them. Whereas this car, you can actually get some grip. You can still roast them a little bit, but it's not nearly as bad as the N-Line. But once you're up and moving, the N-Line definitely feels a lot more exciting and engaging. So definitely has that going for it. So I guess this is great from a low speed. The N-Line is great once you are up and moving, but let's see if I can kind of get this to a little bit of lag there. But yeah, it's still, I mean, it's good. It's just, it pulls right through. Definitely feels front wheel drive. It's not hiding that whatsoever. And so let's get into summing things up with the Sonata as an overall package. Exterior wise, I think it's pretty good looking. I definitely prefer Kia's styling, right, with like their K5, for example. I think that looks a little bit better. It seems like Hyundai has nicer looking interiors and then Kia has nicer looking exteriors. It's interesting how they do that. And then in terms of the drivability, really soft and smooth from a suspension standpoint. It's solid with that, tons of safety tech as well. Infotainment system's great, easy to use. Wireless phone charger actually holds your phone in place, which is a huge plus. And then the digital gauge cluster looks great. And steering's great. It's actually a relatively fun car to drive. The only downside I can find with the Sonata is the fact that they don't offer this with all-wheel drive in any package. You can only get it with front-wheel drive. The new K5 you can get with all-wheel drive. I think they should offer this with all-wheel drive, and then also they should let you get the 300 horsepower variant, the GT line with all-wheel drive as well. I think that would be great, and that would actually help out with a lot of the problems with that car because again, it torque steers like crazy. But overall, really good daily driver car that does have a fun side to it. And again, like I said, the only downside is the fact that they just don't offer this with all-wheel drive yet, but maybe they will in the future. Now let's get into sum things up for our video on this 2021 Hyundai Sonata Limited, and I'll see all of you in that next video.